Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
From here now. Yeah. Okay, calm down. Okay.
Good morning, and what a wonderful morning it is. Look at this, we've got a cooker after 18 months of having a camping stove. I've got an absolutely fantastic cooker. We're absolutely thrilled with it. Got my 5 rings on the hob. We've got a gas oven plus an electric grill, so we can have our cheese on toast. So I'm going to have cheese on toast since I left England, which was 2005, because you don't get ovens with grills very often over here, so absolutely thrilled. For the time being, we've put it here in front of the old bread oven. It's unlikely that we'll be using the oven anyway. As we said before, it needs so much wood to get it up to temperature that it's really not cost effective just for the two of us. But also, it serves as a bit of a cooker and a cooker hood, so all our smells can go up the chimney that's ready made for us, so that works as well. And it means that Andy doesn't have to chop about at the new cabinet. So we're going to leave it here for now, see how we like it for over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then if it's working for us, obviously we've got to hide the gas bottle because that's a bit ugly, so Andy can devise some kind of cabinet that we can put the gas bottle into. I'm sure he'll come up with some ideas, we know what he's like. So yeah, happy days.
So the first job, of course, is to level it up. We don't want our pans sloping. Not that any of them are level. Notice that wasn't a bad guess. This one's come up a little bit at this end. I'll do it this way first, and then I'll do it that way. It's not bad. Check it the other way now. Oof, a mile out. Right, I'll get it sorted. Right, so in this case, I've actually thrown away the spirit level and just used a pan with some water in it, which is by far the best way to gauge whether it's level or not, which it is now, because these are all different and stuff like that. But that's pretty good. Excellent. Wonderful. Right, what's next? What I'm going to do next, I'm going to start on this marathon, which is going to be this wall If you saw the last video, we collected a big pile of stones, which I'm not sure that you can see. They are just about. We've got some massive holes in it, you know, fist size holes there. Needs filling in so we can get it all pointed. It also needs a bit of cleaning up. Sharon vacuumed it all on the last video. So I'm going to get a mix on and make a start. It's going to take a while. Right, so where do we start? This wall used to be sort of plastered. It was in a very bad state. A lot of it was falling off, so we knocked it all off. The bit that stays on is solid, so we're going to have like a fancy wavy edge there. We've got some massive holes, as I've said before, that goes right in that far. We need to fill those in. I've got a big pile of stones behind me. I've got a bucket of lime mortar which we're using. If you use cement on these walls, it just makes them damp and causes condensation and stuff like that. Lime expands and contracts as the building moves. Cement doesn't, and cement can cause your stones to crack and break up as well. I've got a bucket of water there, and I'm going to be dipping the stones in before I set them in. First job, sprayer's working, wet it all down, which also helps to wash some of the rubbish off the surface of the stones as well, and helps the lime, mind the plug socket though, helps the lime to the dodgy sprayer. You give it a tap, it works really well, he says. Right. Maybe it needs a pump. Yeah, right, I'll sort this out and get it sprayed down. We do need to buy a new one for sure. There we go. It's a bit temperamental. Mind the socket. I'm going to be rendering up around that socket. We'll try and wash off as much of this stuff as we can, get it all loose, it loosens up. Then when we've set all the big stones, then I'll probably give it a wire brush over once they're in, but I want to get them in first. Just do a small area at a time, because it does dry out very, very quickly. The difficulty and slow part of the process is getting the right size stones. Ideally we want to tap in, pinning stones they're called, to touch the other stones, which puts an enormous amount of strength in the wall, or back into the wall. So I wet my stone, I just dip it in my bucket of water and then tap it in like that. Excellent. That's 3 down, several hundred to go. Let's have a look. It's too big. This is why we bring such a massive assortment of stones. Oh, it'll go in there nicely. Bash a bit of mortar in, dip them in the water, helps the lime soak into the stones. Get in there, give him a tap, and repeat again. Right, I shall carry on. starting to warm up out there now. Whew, another mix. Got a big hole here, massive hole. I'm going to face it off with this piece of sandstone, big piece, but that'll bring it up level. You've got to watch with the sandstone when you hit it in that you don't crack it. Come on. There we go, if it'll stay there, that'll be lovely. Thank you very much. Masking nicely. Just need to get lovely. To get one underneath him in there, I think. We can find a suitable size one. That'll do. I'm gonna dip now. Excellent. Of course, when I put all these big ones in, there's still going to be a million smaller holes to fill in as well. And that's how it goes, unfortunately. But, like I said before, it takes a long time. You just got to be patient. Yeah, it takes as long as it takes, basically. I've got another big hole there with a nice long, thin one to go in there. Ooh, not quite. That one. No, wrong shape. Welcome to my world. You know what, I think he'll tap in there nicely. One way or another. Let's try that. In fact, I'll just see if he'll go in first. No. Oh joy, oh joy. Yes. What about that one? Nearly. As you can see, it takes quite a while. You know what, he'll do it, he'll do it. Just got to keep trying them, turning them round. Give him a dip. Get him somewhere near. That's him. Give him a whack. Perfect. You probably can't tell on there, but this is bringing them all out to the same level. That's the idea anyway. Okay, I shall carry on. There we go. We're down to about here. So there's still lots of other holes that'll. I'll probably do them in the final pointing, fill those in as I go there. But mainly just getting the biggest ones filled in, trying to bring them all back to some sort of levelness. Excellent.
Back on with the lime wash this morning. Just got this little bit here to do, and then Andy can get a door on here. That'd be exciting, won't it? So as usual, washing it all down first, and then get this bit done.
I'm back on the wall, carrying on with the wall. Shut that a second. It's really warm outside today. It's forecast to be 30 degrees Celsius in the next couple of days, as high as. It's absolutely fantastic. Compared to the autumn we had last year, it's very, very nice. Oh, I've got some huge holes here. I'll just carry on, get it all wet down again. There's a light at the end of my tunnel because this is the last wall in this room. We've still got like 4 or 5 other rooms to do after, but we'll cross those bridges as we get to them. just to give you an idea of how big the holes are, that's the size of stone I got, and it will actually swallow him up in there. So get him in, fill all the big ones in first, and then we keep going smaller and smaller. There's my water. Oh, give him a dip. And shove him in. There we go. Wouldn't believe it, would you? Another one of many. Right, I shall carry on.
Whilst Andy cracks on with the wall, I can't do anything until my lime wash has dried, because it's going to need more than one coat, obviously. So I thought I'd come outside, enjoy the sunshine, can't believe it's nearly, well, middle of November, and get these tiles cleaned up. I've just got a scraper to get the old mortar, I guess, adhesive off, and just a pan skirt scrubber really to clean them up. See what we can do. I've done the first one, that one's come up quite well. I think it's going to be a long job.
Another huge one to go in there, like so. I think another mix. Gimme. Get him in. Give him a dip. Give him a whack. Lovely. Nearly done the biggest ones now. Nearly. Where's that one? Another one up there. Oh, that is massive. There we go, that's a bit of a result. That's the majority of the very, very big ones filled in. You can see the darker areas where it's wet, where I've been working. There's just hundreds and hundreds. This is probably the worst, one of the worst walls we've ever done, I think. Yeah, it's going to take a bit longer than I first thought. I knew it was going to take a long time, but it's going to take longer than a long time, whatever that is. Needless to say, very happy with the progress, the way it's coming along, and the way it's starting to look. It almost looks like a decent wall again now. But it's Saturday afternoon, it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock. We're going to test our new oven out. We've got a plan for it.
Well, we've just baked our first bread rolls in the new oven, and they are absolutely lovely. Look at those, fabulous. Still hot, they smell delicious. Yes, I was so pleased with it. Can't take the credit for the dough. Andy's made the dough, but yeah, absolutely fantastic. So we thought we'd share that with you.
Right, so this wall's coming on nicely. Bit of a close-up for you. I put all the bigger stones in, these, that one, but as you can still see, there's still lots of little bits there, here, that are going to need stones in, so we don't have big pieces of mortar. So I need to go and find some. They want to be quite flat as well, but in the meantime I'm having a little break from this because it's depressing at times, and we're going to do something different. Not that it makes any difference, because everything needs doing, so whichever order we do it, we're free to choose, which is a nice position to be in. We've decided we're going to leave the range here where it is. It's working quite well, but I think we're going to lift it up, put some big pieces of timber, a bit like this, underneath it, to stand it up, to bring the floor up to, which means it's less floor that we need to do, and there's probably about a day's work doing this bit of floor around here. We need to build some sort of wings on the side for the gas bottle and stuff, and one to match on this side. Not exactly sure how we're going to do that yet, we're thinking about it, but in the meantime we're going to concentrate on this corner. We've had a lot of suggestions in the comments, thank you very much, about putting the range at the side here, either side of the big unit. But we've actually got another cupboard cabinet to go in here that we made a while ago. It's currently in the office. It's got thousands of jars of tiny little things, herbs, spices, everything on it, and that's going in here. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that next, and then we'll be able to see how it sort of flows and lies in this bit once this is all in place and finished. And we thought about other places to put it, but the range actually works really well under the original chimney opening there, and it actually is going to fit perfectly here. We always had this in mind. The first thing I need to do before we can do anything with this, I need to put a side on here, so we'll cut some wood.
So these are the shelves in question that we started to reinforce a long time ago now. We've put back on it. It obviously needs sides and some cupboard doors to keep the dust out. As you can see, everything gets really dusty around here. So my job this morning is to empty it.
There we go. Work smarter, not harder. I've just cut, I need 11 lengths for down here. I've just got 10 in one go, still in the pack, all exactly the same size, super easy. The reason I've cut them off a full length is because what's left will go on the back to the centre, maximising the use and minimising the waste of the wood. So, let's get these on. Right, okay, so here we go. Just going to open the pack now. Easy way of doing it. And there's with 10 pieces. I'm just going to nail them on. I'm using 18 gauge finish nails. Top should be level. In fact, I'll just check it. I can reach it. Shove that out of the way. That's absolutely spot on, actually, yeah. Brilliant, right. Well, catsy up. Right, I'll get the rest of them in. That's nice and neat down there. I just need one more for the bottom, which is going to need to be ripped down.
We're getting there slowly. I've cleared 3 out of 5 shelves, so I'll keep going. Nearly there.
This should fit in here. I haven't fixed the one above it in, just to give me a bit of flexibility to get it in. That's it, look at that. Fantastic. Some nails on it quick. That's it. This one's a little tap in. Bit of persuasion. Excellent. Next. And a slight interruption to proceedings. Our UV water sterilizer has started bleeping at us. It's flashing the red fault light. I unplugged it and plugged it back in and it went alright, then it's gone back again. I'm hoping it's the tube. Inside it's got a fluorescent tube inside. When you first plug it on, the tube comes on, then it goes off. So, luckily we have a spare, so I'm going to change that and hope that it's not the little unit there. But the problem we had on the last one was the power unit itself. So let's have a look, unplug it and whip it out. The tube just comes out independently, you don't have to take the water off anything. Take the plug off the end, pull him out. What we mustn't do is touch these, apparently. Who knows? I'm going to keep him just in case. It doesn't look as clear as this one now, does it? So maybe it has kaput. Get him out of the bag. It's not easy. Right. Put the new one in. The connector will only go on one way, I think. Which way I don't know. Not that way. There we go. Plug him back in and see what happens. Right, so it's not good news, it's still doing it. It seems like it's this control unit. So I'm going to have to see if I can get one of them quickly as well, because this sterilises our water.
So there they are, in situ, cleaned, but we've got a lot of work to do yet. Obviously we've got to have a top on it, it needs sides. These are the doors that we're going to use. These came off the French doors that are in the old corral, because Andy made that great big solid shutter for them, so we didn't need these doors, so we've kept them for this purpose because we always thought that this was going to turn into a cabinet one day. Deliberately left a gap there so that I can get in between with my vacuum cleaner. If it was flush up to this unit, it is going to be a dust trap. You can never ever avoid that. So, but yes, so we've got to figure out now how to do it all. I'll leave that to Andy, he's the expert.
First thing I want to do is move this shelf down to here, because we didn't know what we were doing with it when we first did it. Just leave that in a little bit so it doesn't drop. I'm pretty sure I didn't glue these, I hope I didn't. There's always one. It's wobbling because the floor's not level. Right, those shelves done. Next thing I want to get the sides on. Once they're on, we can put it in situ and finish it off from there. So I reckon I'm going to need about 30 pieces for the two sides. Rough guesstimate, so I'll go and cut them, same as before. So I've got them all cut in packs. Of course, I put these things on the side to brace it up earlier, so I'm going to have to rip some of these down as we go to make them fit in. So I've just held them in position. I'm just going to literally draw a line on them that I can use to cut it with. So I'll go and rip this one down. Alrighty, pretty good. Get them on. Excellent, right. We'll carry on down. The same again, I need to rip this one down to fit in there. Should have thought about this before I put these on, but we didn't. We probably had a different idea. One side down, one to go. Fab. Right, it's done. The rest of it can be done in situ if we can lift it. Are you ready?
Oh
yeah, it's not too bad,
Not
is it?
too
Not
bad.
too bad. Right back. All the way. Okay. Fab. Oh my God. Take a look at that.
excellent.
Well, it doesn't look that fantastic yet, but it will do.
Well, that's all we've got time for in this instalment, folks. Alfie, clerk of the works there, is inspecting it. I think it's past muster, as usual. So yeah, obviously not finished, so you'll have to tune into the next one to see the finished article. But for now, thanks for watching. Thank you to all our subscribers. Thank you to all our Patreons and everyone that's bought us a copy. As always, really appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. And we will see you next time.